Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name's Anwar, head of mobility and recovery here at Bangtao Muay Thai. Today I'm going to take you through 5 of the best warm-up drills and warm-up exercises for Muay Thai. We've just finished a couple of PTs here, so I think this is a great time to actually show you some stuff that we did at the beginning of the class. Okay, our first exercise is going to be our foot mobility drill. Obviously we're standing on our feet quite a lot. We're taking a lot of kicks to our feet, so I really like to actually warm up the front of the feet, especially if we're going to be kicking some knees and elbows. So what you're looking to do is make a fist with your toes, and you're going to roll over those knuckles. And what you'll find is there's going to be a couple of uncomfortable points. For me, it's always around that big toe side. So once I've done about 30 seconds to a minute of moving my foot, I'm then going to stabilize the foot where it feels uncomfortable, and I'm going to move the rest of my torso around. So the first thing I'm going to do is bend and extend my torso. I'm still putting pressure down through the foot, and I'm going to change my bend and extend. I'm going to rotate over one side. I'm going to rotate over one side. We're going to do this for about 30 seconds. Once we've done, we're going to then move that foot again and just see if any of that discomfort's moved throughout the foot. And you're still looking for the most uncomfortable place that you can hold in. Once you've done your bend and extend, we're going to do some rotations. What I like to do is drop down into one side, into one hip. As I rotate to the other side, I'm pushing through my toes and catching in the other hip. So it will be an up and down with the rotation. Most of my force that I can tolerate is going through the bent toe side. And we'll do this for about 30 seconds. Same thing, once we're done, we'll move the toes around. Work for that point that feels uncomfortable. Mine's still here. And then we're going to do a side bend. Same principle, as I go down to the other side, so I'm going to push through the foot, catch on the other side. Push through the foot, catch. Push, catch, push, catch. So we'll start with, just to show you on the other side here, we'll start with 30 seconds to a minute of just moving the foot. We then go through about 30 seconds of flexion extension with different variations. We'll do the same time with rotation, and we'll do the same with a side bend. So that was our first exercise, our foot mobility. Now we're going to move on to leg swings, our second exercise. Okay, our second exercise are leg swings. What we're going to do is initially, at a low level, just start to move the leg forwards and backwards. I'm not going to do too much movement in the body just yet. What I like to do is a couple of leg swings forwards and backwards. My time's 30 seconds to a minute, whatever feels comfortable through the hip. And my goal is just to send blood into this area, not overwork it. Once I've done about 30 seconds, the same leg I'm going to take and go side to side. I'm not over-exaggerating the movement. I'm feeling as much movement in the leg and the hip as I can, minimizing the movement from our torso. Once we've done 30 seconds, I'll go back with the same leg and I'll do a bigger version of that movement. Now we're looking at involving the whole body. 30 seconds from here, and you'll notice that on this one, I'm actually using my other leg a little bit more, coming up onto my toes, both with the leg behind and when the leg comes up. So I'm bouncing through my standing leg. I'm trying to involve my whole body, including my arms. Once you've done 30 seconds, same to the side. I'll use as much of my standing leg to encourage the momentum and the movement of my swinging leg. Good. We go to the front, we go to the side, easy to start with. Then we go back on the same leg and we do the front and the side, but we add more dynamic movements using the whole body, using our other leg. That was our second exercise. Stay tuned for our third. Okay, our third exercise are hip rotations. We're going to do 3 variations of our hip rotations. Our first one, whether you're holding or not, but what we're looking to do is move everything in the whole body. And I like to do 2 or 3 circles one way, 2 or 3 circles the other way, but I'm allowing my whole body to move through rotation while I'm focusing on this hips rotation. We'll do 2 or 3 circles, one way, 2 or 3 circles the other way. Same on the other side. When you come back to that first hip, give yourself a little bit of stability. We're going to use something as a block. And then what my focus is to give myself the biggest hip circle I can, now without moving my torso. So my focus is a true hip rotation. What I'm trying to be aware of is that when I move my leg, there's going to be certain positions that are going to pull me out of alignment. When I find those positions, that might be where I slow down and spend a little bit more time trying to build a bit of control, focus, and coordination. I'll come in from the back, I'll go behind, I'll open the hip, I'll lift the leg. I like to do this one for a little bit longer. I kind of do about 2 to 3 minute time on the hip circles. We'll do one leg, we'll do the same on the other leg. Once you come back for the 3rd time on that first leg, you're going to step further away from your support. You're going to try not to use that support, and we're going to now focus with more balance on our standing leg. You might notice that the circle will be a little bit smaller, but I'm okay with that. I'd rather see a true hip circle in your moving leg versus a compensation through the rest of your body, giving you the perception of a circle, but it's not a true hip circle if you're moving your other leg or your torso. On our 3rd pass, it's really as much as you feel that you need, but the minimum time is that 30 seconds to a minute. On some days, you might feel that you need to do more, and on some versions, so like your left leg versus your right leg, might need a little bit more attention. Okay, that was our 3rd exercise with our 3 stages. Number 4 is coming up. Okay, 4th exercise, torso twists. I like to do my torso twists in a couple of different variations. Initially, I'll have my feet parallel, and I'm looking to only rotate, only isolate my upper body in the rotation. If I'm finding it hard, I will encourage the movement to start with in my legs and my hips. And then once I get used to the movement, I then try to actively block my hips and send the rotation into my upper torso. From here, I then go into my fight stance. And in Muay Thai, at least when I'm training at the moment, I'm a lot more feet together, still in my split stance rather than a boxing stance or maybe an MMA stance here. So wherever your foot position feels comfortable, we'll do the same thing. We'll actively block the hips, and we'll do a torso rotation. 30 seconds to a minute. Then we'll do the same on the other side. Block the hips, 30 seconds to a minute. I'm already on this side struggling to stabilize my hips, so what I'll do for my first little bit is let the hip move, let the legs move with the rotation, and then I actively block, and you'll find it's a little bit easier to stabilize from that. I like to do 4 sets of 30 seconds in this split stance. So 4 sets of pairs. We'll do 30 seconds here, 30 seconds here, and that's 1 set. We'll do our second. What you can also do as you go through your sets is add some variation. So rather than just the twist, you can twist low and twist high, or twist high and twist low. So as you're going through, you can replicate maybe some arm patterns or some torso patterns that you might be working through with some kicks or some punches. I also like to add figure of 8s. As I start my figure of 8s, I'll let my hips move, and then actively rotating upper torso. Change the direction of your figure of 8s. And then same thing, change your stance. So that was our 4th exercise, torso rotations. Our 5th one is going to be a neck mobility drill. Okay, our last drill is neck mobility. I find that, at least in the clinch, my neck gets quite sore, especially if I'm not doing a good warm-up on my neck. So the way I like to start is looking over my shoulder. I'm actively working my neck. I'm not allowing my shoulders or torso to move with this. And all I'm doing is finding the comfortable stop position. So I'll do a no to start with. We do this for 30 to 45 seconds, maybe even up to a minute. Once I feel like I've sent some blood into that area and it's a comfortable movement, I'll then take that into a yes. Looking up, looking down. Obviously, I'm talking throughout these, but I advise you to keep your mouth closed. 30 to 45 seconds, and then we'll take that into a maybe. Ear to shoulder. I'm at this stage wanting to move my torso, so I'm going to make my movements a little smaller with a little bit more control so I can really focus on rotating from the neck. Once I've done those, if you feel like you want to do a second and third set, no problem. Some mornings that I do. But what we'll do then is a big neck circle. The initial part is to drop the chin. We then rotate the chin and look over the shoulder. We then drop the ear, and then we'll lift the head and try and make the biggest circle that we can with no pain, no discomfort, no clicks, no cracks, no issues throughout the neck. That's half a circle, so the same on the way back. We'll drop the chin, we'll rotate, we'll side bend, we'll lift the chin, taking the neck into extension, following that into rotation over to the other shoulder. We'll take the chin down into flexion, and then we'll bring the head back up into neutral. The circle there and the circle back is 1. I like to do 3 to 5. Little rest, and what you could always do as well is do your whole set from exercise 1 to 4 again, 1 to 5 again, coming back to the neck and build that into a warm-up circuit. That was our 5th exercise. Thank you so much. Follow, like, and subscribe for more mobility drills. We have MMA warm-ups, we have Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu warm-ups, and we have some very technical, specific warm-ups for the neck, the hips, or the back. Like, subscribe. If you want to request anything specific, let us know in the comments below, and we'll get it up as soon as we can. Thank you.